Welcome back to Personal Finance Reimagined. I'm your host, Jeff Hewlett, and today we will walk the financial success road. This is the same road I walk with my clients and students, whether in high school, college, entrepreneurs, and business builders. I will convince you, well, hopefully, data is always biased. Then we will show you where those biases come from, and we will wrap up with solutions to defeat the bias. Our organization is dedicated to helping clients and students master their decision process. We operate by an old saying, if you name it, you can tame it. This means understanding the essential, often hidden inputs to your decisions can help you navigate complexity better. Our discussion goes beyond decision process. It's about naming the hidden challenges to those goals. By identifying these challenges, we believe you gain life-changing clarity. First off, you need to get over it. Please repeat after me. Data is biased. Data is always biased. Okay. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, don't you feel better? In our messy, real day-to-day lives, data suffers from the three nevers of the knowledge problem. Knowledge, and therefore data, is never complete. There are always unknowns. No matter how robust the data set is, it is always an incomplete description. Also, number two, data is never static, which is another way of saying data is dynamic, especially when people know they are subject to policy based on their data. People always adapt in super unexpected ways. And then third, finally, the data is never centralized. This means individuals create data, not policymakers. Policymakers work off averages they hope represents the population. The disconnect is there is always unique information held by individuals not found in the data set. So the three nevers are the source of bias. Now that you know this, it's time to discuss one, how bias is presented in the Gen AI world, and then two, what can we do about bias and those nasty little three nevers? Our brains in psychology are hardwired to do two fundamental things. First, seek immediate cause and effect. I call that the why. And then two, hunt for the human heroes or villains, also known as the who. These two programs run constantly in our subconscious, almost like a hidden survival software. This default programming is great for spotting a predator or seeking the protection of a tribe, but in the age of data and generative AI, it may be a dangerous flaw. We naturally elevate people, not gravity, environment, or circumstance, as the cause of success or failure. When in hero mode, our cause-seeking feeds the mantra, well, if they can do it, I can too. When coupled with AI's predictive power and biased data, this innate tendency leads to severe distortion. Because we spend more time in everyday life analyzing data than running from danger anymore, understanding and knowing when and how to override this default programming is now our most crucial defense. So let's talk about it. Who is the cause? So this question, right? The lead image has three related frames. In the initial scenario, we see a pickup truck on a flat surface with individuals seemingly pushing it. Our immediate ingrained why-seeking mechanism might lead us to believe the truck's movement is from the efforts of these individuals. In the first frame, it may really seem pretty silly to think that dunce on the back of the bed there, that dunce, that his pushing effort really matters. But they are pushing, they both are, and this pushing is correlated with the movement of the truck. At this point, it seems the person pushing behind the pickup is the true cause of the movement. But wait a second, is it really? Now let's move to the why. Why was it caused? The second frame introduces the critical element of perspective. Now, our perspective changes and we realize the pickup truck is on a hill. Therefore, what causes the pickup truck to move? Is it one, the dunce on the pickup truck or that person behind the pickup truck, or two, was it gravity? Well, of course, the answer is gravity. This highlights how a dominant but incorrect interpretation can override the actual physical laws at play. Now, let's discuss how the cause can get distorted. Finally, this third frame reveals the profound distortion possible through manipulated perspective. Notice how the pickup truck data can be distorted by the perspective of those owning the data. Okay, and that's really what I'm talking about here with that camera. So the camera is turned 45 degrees to make the pickup appear like it's on flat ground. Oh my gosh. By rotating the camera angle, which is a metaphor for data manipulation, the visual evidence is skewed. This makes the inclined truck appear to be on that flat ground. This subtle manipulation can reinforce a false perception, further cementing an inaccurate causal link in our own minds. Also, we are naturally biased to want to believe people cause success, not the environment. This is also known as the hero fallacy. The tendency is a classic example of the fundamental attribution error, a cognitive bias where we overemphasize personal traits and underemphasize situational factors when explaining others' behavior. AI makes it easier to get predictions wrong. Errors of omission and confirmation bias are the juice keeping that bias flowing. When AI models are trained on biased data or designed with specific objectives, which they can inadvertently or intentionally reinforce these cognitive pitfalls. So our innate desire for causal explanations, along with the AI-driven recommendations feeding our hero fallacy, can create powerful feedback loops, amplifying errors of omission and that confirmation bias. So that's it. The reality is nothing I just discussed is particularly difficult. The true challenge is that our brain's default setting is for the who and the why. And creators of AI know this. To mitigate these risks, a balanced approach to AI is essential. With AI offers powerful tools for data analysis and prediction. Human oversight, though, remains so important. Frameworks such as those advocated by Personal Finance Reimagined and in our book called Making Choices, Making Money emphasize structured decision making. These processes encourage individuals to evaluate information critically and with a decision process. And this decision process considers multiple perspectives and moves beyond superficial causal links. This helps people distinguish between human intuition and AI deception. This integrated approach, which incorporates decision frameworks, technology, and education, empowers individuals to harness the utility of AI while remaining vigilant against its potential for distortion. Further, Personal Finance Reimagined provides prompt engineering suggestions to manage your Gen AI experience in a way reducing potential bias. PFR shows you how to make Gen AI a thinking partner by taming our natural bias tendencies. Thanks so much.